like before vision therapy?
I had fallen about a year and a half before I started, and well, actually, no, 9 months before I started, and I had instant vertigo and nausea, and I had tried different things, and nothing worked, and it went away by itself, and it came back, and then somebody suggested that I look into vision therapy, and so I went online to see if there was any in Wisconsin. There's 8 providers. Luckily, I live within 45 minutes of one of them. I interviewed 2 over the phone, and I chose vision therapy, this one. And Dr. Motisi said that she thought she could make me more comfortable, but didn't know she'd be able to give me stereoscopic vision, and I didn't know what she was talking about. Insurance doesn't pay for it. It's expensive. I think it's worth it. I don't have nausea, except on a very, very slight time, once in a while. I'm not dizzy anymore. I see really differently. The therapist would talk about seeing space, and I had not a clue what she was talking about, and now I know what she's talking about. So trees look different, and the first thing that I noticed that was different were houses, and everything took up a whole lot more space. And so in the beginning, it was really, really disorienting. It's like, is this how most people see the world? And it just, and still sometimes it's disorienting. I'm still having some changes. Is it worth it? It's been an incredible experience and helping me to understand some of the challenges that I had as a young person, and I'm really glad to understand those, and it's helping me to work through some of the early hurts that I had because I had vision challenges and I didn't know and nobody else knew. I graduated about, I don't know, 4 or 6 weeks ago. We decided that there was still room for improvement, so I'm coming back every other week. It's actually, in some respects, more of a challenge to come every 2 weeks than it was to come every week. Coming every week, yes, it disrupted my work day, but work was used to that, and they were used to knowing that I was going to need some assistance with some of the exercises. I live by myself, and so the exercises that needed 2 people, I would grab a coworker. It's been really, really good for me in terms of learning how to ask for help and ask for what I need. So has it been worth it? It's been worth it in lots and lots of ways because for me, it was not just about changing my vision. It was about changing how I interact with the world and how I interact with people.
Would you recommend vision therapy?
Yeah, I totally would. It's harder now coming every other week. I think because I don't have as much support, but what's going on with work right now is such a challenge that actually making the time to come every week would be really, really hard too. Part of what I like about vision therapy is everybody that I've met in the office has been awesome. I really mean that. People care about people. They care about the individual. They care about what happens to the whole person. It's not just about one size fits all. They really think about what's going on for each, at least this is my experience. They think about what's going on for me and what might help and how can we make things better. And when Dr. Motisi suggested that I could continue for 3 months, because of the work situation, I said, could we do it every other week? And she said, yes, they would make it work. And that's high praise. I tell them what I need, in terms of if I'm really frustrated or if someone's talking too fast or don't understand what they're saying, and they repeat what they need, what I need to have repeated, and they explain things, they've been really good. I'm happy. So the actual vision therapy in the office is a huge challenge. And sometimes it's really frustrating, and sometimes it feels really, really hard, and sometimes it feels like I'm not going to learn it. But the therapists are really good at letting you know incremental successes and why they're doing the different exercises if you want to know, and how it will affect the outcome. The exercises that they send you home to do can be very time consuming and can be really frustrating. But it means that you're growing and learning, and I'm keeping my eyes on the final prize, which is that my eyes are working better than they were before. My right one used to drift up, and it used to drift towards my nose, and when I look in the mirror, it looks more like where it should be. So I know that even besides what I can see in terms of my vision, I know that things are changing in the way that we want them to change. Part of what I like about this office is that there's an open concept, so I know I'm not the only one going through this, and there's people of lots of different ages and different therapists, and they do things a similar way. And if I'm really, really frustrated, I can tell them, and they work with me through the frustration so that it can be a win-win situation for me and for them in helping me.